Robin and the guy's name is 17. I think there's one of the Mason. So there. I'll go someday. Horrible.
I just gave her a name.
I know one. Is this my chair? No. I'm like, did I get bumped up or down? Never go around here. Well, yeah, here's you, here's me, and we're sort of in between. Yeah. No, we're fine. She's over part 2, I think is what it is.
Are you with San Diego Wings? No. Speaker slip. Yeah, everything's good. You have speaker slips. You have ownership, and so can you this one? So that out. So you
These are captain operation.
I accidentally showed this last year. We're left. Sorry. Oh, I'm in trouble. The red envelope. It says
Yes. Oh, really?
I always wear it up too. And also for illustration. It's a lot.
Oh, okay, maybe that's what, because you said you guys went to school. Yeah. Oh, okay. So he's the captain over here, so yeah, so he's my boss. Yeah, that's the email. I think it was from the, I think it was probably from the chicken over there. And he says, oh yeah, Mike went to school together. It's really good dude. Oh yeah. Yeah, So he was detective here, and then went to the undercover stuff. And then he promoted when I was a detective on IB. Full sergeant out there. Went around to some other jobs. Yeah. 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 He's one of those guys where, I always have a really strong drive. But I can't drive to do a job. Like he would call me, I remember his trainees, one of the trainees, he'd say, yeah, I called in sick, and then came in the next day, wanted to hit a double mark, because I felt like there was a county extra for the time to job. Okay. He's a really good. He's one of my buddies before, now working for him. Yeah. Like I said, we were partners. I mean, obviously, he was on the senior end of his control time when I just started. But it was. Yeah. Yeah. But I guess he's on. Yeah. 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 Yeah, so he said, well, I just. Yeah.
That's what the,
Yeah. Billy was telling me on the walkthrough, he's like, oh, yeah, they could have done a couple things before they opened. That they can do now. He was just talking about, like ingress and egress of cars, stuff like that. I didn't. I mean, those places are always. Yeah. It's always. They usually come.
Good evening and welcome to the City of Lemon Grove's regular City Council meeting. I'd like to remind everyone to silence your cell phones. Thank you so much. I'll now turn it over to the city clerk to please call the roll of the city council members to go on record as in attendance.
Councilmember Smith,
Present.
Councilmember Altamirano,
Here.
Councilmember Mendoza,
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Heredia,
Here.
Mayor Snow.
Here.
Mayor Snow, we have a quorum of the city council.
Thank you. Would everyone please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? Please rise. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. City Clerk, are there any changes to the agenda?
Mayor Snow, I have no changes to tonight's agenda, but I'll turn the mic over to our interim city manager, Tony Whitney.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I would like to propose pulling item 1E, which is the fiscal year 2026-27 city calendar. We're currently working on some refinements in partnership with one of our labor unions, AFSCME, and we'll be bringing that item back at the next city council meeting.
I'll pass it over to Councilmember Mendoza.
I think I made an email request on Friday that we move, item 3 first and item 2 after item 3. This is personal, I don't know if anyone else feels this way, but I have a hard time voting on the sanitation district rate increase without being presented with the sanitation district budget first. So, that was my request on Friday. If we could do that.
So the, okay, so we will be pulling item 1E regarding the calendar for the 26th calendar year. And we will be moving item number 3, forward and have that heard first before item number 2. I just wanna make sure that our budget people are out there, our finance director, I see her there. So she's here, and ready. And so, that sounds good. We don't have any presentations today, so now we'll move to the general public comment portion of the meeting. Before we get started on the public comment portion, for anybody that's here that hasn't voted yet, there's still a little time. So you can run over, cast your vote, and come back to us. Our first public comment is from Bob DeBurn.
Yes, Mayor. I live over in the neighborhood, I'm, Marcus Lodge.
If you can hold it closer to your mouth.
Okay. I live in the neighborhood of Marcus Lodge, retired home there. And, on Berryland Court, and I live on kind of a hill, so there's a little mountain. I've spent the last 2 weeks cleaning up the area, the trash, the mattresses, chairs, doors, all kinds of things. I went to the city about 2 weeks ago and asked them if maybe they could have the guys that want to pick it up. It's still sitting there. So my real complaint is the vehicles that are parked on McKnight and Campus Wall. They shouldn't be there. It's a neighborhood. They're storing stuff there, and I would like to see something done. I've talked to people before, but nobody seems to do anything. There's a trailer, there's more home, there's a big box truck that's been there for, I don't know, 8 months. There's just always something stored up on McKnight and Campus Wall. I'd just like to see maybe something could be done to maybe eliminate this problem. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for, are you done?
Pardon me?
Are you done?
Unless you have something to say.
Oh, so what I'll do is I will, we have your contact information, and so I'll direct staff to follow up with you on it.
Right. I just think it's against the law, isn't it? I mean, to park over 72 hours on our streets.
Yes, we'll have staff follow up with you on it, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep, thank you so much, I appreciate you coming out. Our next speaker is Grant Affleck.
Good evening, Mayor and members of the City Council and City staff. My name is Grant Affleck, and I'm a crisis team volunteer with Trauma Intervention Programs of San Diego, also known as TIP. So I'm here tonight on behalf of our entire organization to express our deepest gratitude for your unwavering support and your continued partnership with TIP here in the city of Lemon Grove. As a volunteer, I see firsthand what your support makes possible. When a tragedy occurs, TIP volunteers are dispatched by our first responders and are on scene within 30 minutes. We step into the critical first few hours of a traumatic event to provide the immediate emotional and practical support that individuals and families need when their world has been turned upside down. Because of your commitment to this program, in 2025, TIP volunteers responded to 20 calls for service, specifically helping 69 of our neighbors right here in Lemon Grove. In 2025, across East County, we responded to 259 requests, serving nearly 900 of our fellow citizens. Crucially, our on-scene presence allowed over 2,000 first responders to return to their primary duties sooner, knowing that the families that they left behind when called to higher priority calls were left in compassionate hands. So we don't just see this as a contract, we see it as a shared mission to care for our community during its darkest moments. Your leadership ensures that no one in Lemon Grove has to face a tragedy alone. So on behalf of our volunteers and the citizens we serve, thank you for your continued trust in TIP, and thank you for your dedication to the well-being of our communities.
Our next speaker is Pat Skidmore.
Hello. That good? Thank you for allowing me to express my concern. I'm a homeowner on Zenco Drive, that, my backyard marks the southeast border of the city.
If you could speak directly into the mic.
My backyard marks the southeast border of this city, and I've lived there since February of 1980, and that's 46 years. All this time, there's been no restorative maintenance on our street, or many of the numerous streets in our area. However, Lincoln Place, which did not exist in 1980 and was created to service the newly built homes of San Diego, they're not part of Lingo. You totally resurfaced their street years ago. At that time, I was told our road was listed to be scheduled the next round of road appropriations, but that didn't happen. Occasionally, a few potholes have been repaired when a couple of us have complained. I do appreciate we are all aware that we've done so much in new roads lately, it's great. But I'm concerned, the reason I'm here today is that I noticed at the last council meeting, you approved nearly $113,000 for this agenda management software. And I wonder why that is more important than all the numerous residential streets. We pay bills, we're killing our cars. That's all I have to say.
And we have a very positive update for you on Zenco in particular. So when we're done with public comment, I'll have our city staff give you the update on what's happening to Zenco.
Thank you.
Yeah. Our next speaker is Richard Hammett.
I'm reading for Yasmin Mendoza tonight. Hello, I've been working with some of the businesses along Broadway on ways to bring more customers into their stores and support our local economy. The owner of San Diego Wings recently reached out to me regarding an event he would like to host called Whips and Wings. Unfortunately, his first 7 months of business have not been easy. His storefront has been broken into. Homeless individuals have entered the business and caused disturbances. Bottles have been broken inside the store. And he has even had his cell phone stolen right out in front of him. Like many businesses, he is also struggling to bring in customers and build awareness of his business. This event is an effort to attract new customers, create a positive community gathering, and help support a local business that is working hard to succeed in the road. He is kindly asking if there is any possibility of having a police officer provide some visibility or simply show support for this community gathering. A small gesture like this can go a long way towards helping businesses and owners feel supported and safe. This event will be held on Sunday, June 14th from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Please see the attached flyer that was sent in today. As a city, I believe we should continue looking for innovative ways to support our small businesses that do not require significant resources. Building relationships between our businesses, residents, public safety personnel shows that we care about the success of our local businesses and want to strengthen those community connections. Thank you for your consideration. Yasmin Mendoza. Here is the Maria with the Spanish translation version.
Hello,
So the time keeps going. Sorry about that.
It's okay. Good evening. I'm going to speak on her behalf in Spanish translation.
Richard Hammett.
So she doesn't have a speaker slip, so she's literally reading the same words, just in Spanish. Okay. You can go ahead, but next time, just put it in a separate speaker slip if you want additional time to be able to do it. Otherwise, we would have to do it under the same time frame. So next time, just make sure you put in 2 slips. Sorry about the procedural aspect of it. Go ahead. Thank you.
Good evening. Buenas tardes. Hola. Hemos estado trabajando con algunos negocios por la avenida Broadway en Lemon Grove para encontrar maneras de atraer más clientes y apoyar la economía local. El dueño de San Diego Wings se puso en contacto conmigo recientemente para hablarme de un evento que le gustaría organizar llamado Whips and Wings. Desafortunadamente, sus primeros 7 meses de negocio no han sido fáciles. Han entrado a robar en su local, personas indigentes han causado disturbios, han roto botellas dentro del establecimiento e incluso le robaron el celular delante de él. Como muchos pequeños negocios, también está luchando por atraer clientes y dar a conocer su negocio. Este evento busca atraer nuevos clientes, crear un encuentro comunitario positivo y apoyar a un negocio local que se esfuerza por prosperar en Lemon Grove. Amablemente me pide que considere la posibilidad de contar con la presencia de algún agente de policía, brindar visibilidad o simplemente mostrar su apoyo a este evento comunitario. Un pequeño gesto como este puede ser de gran ayuda para que los dueños de negocios se sientan apoyados y seguros. El evento se llevará a cabo el domingo 14 de junio de 5 de la tarde a 10 de la noche. Consulta el folleto adjunto para obtener más detalles. Como ciudad y comunidad, creo que debemos seguir buscando formas innovadoras de apoyar a nuestros pequeños negocios que no requieran grandes recursos. Fomentar las relaciones entre nuestros negocios, residentes y personal de seguridad pública demuestra que nos importa el éxito de nuestros negocios locales y que deseamos fortalecer esos lazos comunitarios. Gracias por su atención. Yasmin Mendoza.
Are you able to state your name for the record too?
Yes, my name is Maria Cadena. Thank you for your time.
Is this her son? Are you Maria Cardenas?
Yes.
Cardenas?
Yes.
Okay, you both are this. Okay. Okay. So sorry for the confusion. We got you. Thank you for coming.
Oh, I think I was going to speak on a different note for myself.
Oh, okay. Well, then it's your turn.
Hello again and good evening. I'll say it in English this time. Thank you for allowing the time for me to share a little bit about my experience. We are in San Diego, close to the border, and I just wanted to share a little bit about my experience with my family. My husband is in ICE custody and he's been there since November of last year. I have 3 boys, single mom right now at the moment. And I wanted to share a little bit of our experience as a family. We are going through proceedings with immigration, and despite being U.S. citizens, my experience has been one that makes me feel more victimized, more traumatized, and has caused our family much more hardship. As a U.S. citizen, I have seen how it affects my young children. I have a 4-year-old. The detention center is not meant to be family friendly, obviously, but my son misses his father. Both of my boys, I have a 17-year-old and a 4-year-old and a 23-year-old. The 17-year-old and this 4-year-old have already had birthdays that they have gone without. My husband was picked up without a judicial warrant. He had already been granted his green card, but we have to fight tooth and nail. This last hearing, which will now bring us at 17 hours of hearing minutes, or whatever, I'm sorry, I don't know if I use the right verbiage, I get told by the government attorney that I don't know legal lingo. But, so we've gone on 17 hours of arguments. Last time I was there, it was my turn, and they focused their attention on me and my credibility, and we've been having to prove ourselves over and over and over again. I just wanna say thank you for such a warm welcome. I've really never been to any of these before, so this is kinda cool. I brought my little boy with me. He's angry over there in the corner. And I just wanna thank you all for letting me share a little bit about my story and our journey. I appreciate it, thank you.
Thank you for sharing, and sorry for your family struggle. Next we have John L. Wood.
John Elwood. First I'd like to bring up a little bit of history since I've been here. At one time, you had a bicycle race down Broadway. It started, at the sidewalk, crosswalk on Broadway. It went down to what was known at that time, Kent. Turned right, went down to Golden, and then it went to, back down to Broadway. And we did about, I think it was about 4 laps around that. And we were on skinny tire bikes, which are pretty scary. But, another thing I'd like to bring up is, I read recently about Christmas parade, and the reason we don't have one anymore. I don't know if you know it, but it came down Broadway, crossed over LGA, trolley tracks, and then down by the, on the other streets. Anyway, the main reason they quit having the bicycle race is because, and the Christmas parade, is because of the trolley. When you have a parade, it's supposed to be continuous. Well, when you have the crossing gates come down, it can't be continuous, you gotta stop. So, every time a trolley came by, stop, no more. But it would be nice to have a Christmas parade, but you'd have to cut the overhead wires. So, that's my thing, that should come back. And I don't care if it's okay with MTS or not, just do it. Make them stop. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wood. Next we have Brenda Hammond.
Hello. hope everybody voted today. I turned in my mail-in ballot, which I don't agree with this mail-in ballot thing, but I couldn't make it to the register of voters. But here we go again. I've been getting texts asking why I haven't voted yet. I've been a victim of voter fraud twice in the past 12 years. One time I got to vote 4 times if I wanted to. Turkle was around for that one. So I'm wondering, how honest is this voting gonna be this year? I mean, already I'm getting asked why I haven't voted. So I sent a nasty text back, said, you're wrong. And also, I went to the Measure T tax meeting, but I could talk about that on that agenda, that part of the agenda. And Central Avenue, oh my God, and I'm not doing this for John. I'm doing this for me. I like to walk around Lemon Grove, but the people, the traffic, and I gotta tell you, when I was growing up in Lemon Grove, it was like, watch out for cars. So I'm not saying we need sidewalks everywhere, because I'd rather walk on the dirt anyway. It feels better. But, we need to do something about that. San Miguel and Central, because those are, people take the route to go to work, to get on the freeway. And then for fun, I found my confirmation from St. John of Cross from 1974. My mother saved everything, and then I found Palm Junior High graduation from 1974. So, doesn't mean I was a perfect kid. Thank you.
Thank you. Our next speaker is Chelsea Gastelum.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, staff. I just wanted to come here and make sure, as we were looking at the whole downtown plan, specific plan, that we remember that fine line between revitalization and gentrification, so that we don't leave behind a lot of our citizens that are here and some of our mom and pop businesses that are here. I've been doing a lot of reading and everything lately about downtowns and how they lost their businesses and what happened. And I feel that we need to go into things with as much intent as possible. We went and said, hey, let's do mixed housing and hope there's businesses underneath, and we got taken advantage of on that. We have empty businesses still. There's a lot of things that maybe we should be doing a little bit different. As I've been reading a lot of things and talking with different people, one of my own personal things, and I know that I'm involved in different clubs, but I'm only speaking for myself tonight, is maybe we should look into the possibility of SSU student housing. We are close enough where they can take the trolley. Our businesses a lot of our businesses are 1 to 3 hour businesses, which full-time people trying to take advantage or trying to take care of a family cannot do. We do take advantage of people when they're desperate for jobs, but students who would only need a short amount of time, it would be a lot easier. We know that students would then bike. We know that students could take the trolley. When we do this housing that involves like, oh, we will take away, so much parking because you have low-income housing, what we end up with is a mess that Lamesa is going through right now, and they're fighting about the fact that nobody can park. So if we do things with a little more intent and target the people who would actually use the types of things we're trying to bring in, or say, hey, we can swap this for that, we can do a little bit better. I also know we've had Sandag out twice for our Revitalized Broadway meetings, and they know that most of the public transportation from East County does not get you to where people have full-time jobs. So we know that even people who are low income usually have at least 1 to 2 cars because they're going elsewhere to make enough money to survive. So just something to keep in mind as we're all going into that. Thank you.
Appreciate that. Next we have Brianna Pierce.
Good evening. My name is Brianna Beers. I'm the founder and president of Lemon Grove Community Activities. I'm standing before you today echoing the voices of our neighbors. As you have heard through overwhelming public comment at Measure T, committee meetings, and priority sessions, Our community is desperately asking for the reactivation of the Williamsburg Rec Center. To help make this reality, I have submitted a proposal for the public record tonight, respectfully requesting that the city allocate money from Measure T funds to immediately address the building's deferred maintenance. It's about public safety and usability, replacing compromised safety padding, fixed chain emergency exit doors, so we can transform these spaces. While LGCA has proposed ideas like a much needed teen center, dance studio, or even an active aging circuit gym, these are just a few of the many possibilities. We welcome whatever programming best serves our residents. The most important thing is that the rooms are actually prepared and ready for use. LGCA remains fully committed to supporting this initiative. We are entirely willing to step up and run a pilot program to get things off the ground in any way that we can assist. However, my ultimate goal tonight isn't about who runs it, it's about the community getting its space back and activated. If the city prefers a different approach to programming or needs more time to figure out the operational details, I respectfully urge you still expedite these building repairs right now. We cannot let the building sit while we figure out the rest. Let's take action. Let's get the facility safe, updated, and ready, so that the moment programming is finalized, the doors can open for our youth, our seniors, our families of Lemon Grove. Thank you for your time, your service, and your leadership.
Thank you so much. Next we have John Spolder.
My name is John Spolder with the Lemon Grove Business Group, which is a member of the Lemon Grove Chamber. We're excited to announce that today. We are also speaking in support of the recreation center, the activation of the recreation center, the rebuild or the restoration of issues with the recreation center. Brianna said it really well, so we're not going to spend much time on that. We also want to make sure that as the city begins to reactivate these spaces and listens to residents and business owners in the West, that we are also looking at new lines for sales tax revenue, new businesses, new opportunities. We have a lot of opportunities that we are currently not utilizing around the city of Monroe. Part of it is a staff initiative of the city. Part of it is being able to communicate those ideas politically and having credibility to do so. To that end, Chelsea brought up a really good point, which is that there's a lot of rules for why we can't have an entertainment district downtown. I can tell you that those rules, based on the way that I read them, are rooted in exclusion, meaning that they're trying to purposely exclude people from enjoying themselves in the downtown area. That is costing our businesses today. It's something that needs to change, and we're hopeful that you can do so. We're going to be watching tonight's proceedings, and we're really hoping that there's some resolution, at least on the restoration of the house. Thank you.
I just want to double check with our site clerk to make sure that's all the speaker slips we have for general public comment.
That is correct. And also, written public comment was received, distributed to the full council, and copies are available at the public review table.
Thank you so much. That closes our public comment portion of the meeting, and now we'll move on to the consent calendar. We have a speaker slip. We have speaker slips on the consent calendar. Our first speaker is Jennifer Morrissey, and please state which item number you're speaking to when you come up.
Can you hear me okay? Hello everyone, Jennifer Morrissey, resident of Lemon Grove, and I wanted to just note, I saw on the agenda 1G, and that is for vegetation clearing at Bakersfield Channel. Just something I would like to request is that if this is not urgent, work that has to be done, that it be done outside of bird nesting season. Bird nesting season is typically from, say, February, March until September. September 15th is the end of bird nesting season. And so it's something that
if you do work on, say, shrubs, trees, habitat during nesting season, there should be an avian monitor or at least a biological survey of the area in advance, 72 hours in advance of any work that's done. So just a request from a resident who cares about birds and habitat, that if this contract goes into place, that they please have an avian monitor in advance of any work that's done during nesting season. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Our next speaker is Richard Hammett.
Thank you. Madam Mayor, fellow city councils, council members, city manager, this is 1G. I'd like to point out that the head of the San Diego Air Space Museum has a Facebook video of the eastbound transition of the East. And I'd like to also point out that they have a program, in a post that Ms. Mendoza has been doing, a program for vegetation clearing for their residents. And she recommends that we look at using that service as either a supplement or part of our vegetation clearing in the city. I'd like to bring that to your attention, and when we get to that point, have you start looking at that and consider using these people, because I feel that the thrust of homelessness is to be giving them some type of a skill and some type of responsibility to rebuild their esteem. I think this is where we can step up as a city and help those people who are less fortunate than us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, I appreciate it. That concludes the public comment on the consent calendar portion of the meeting. Do I have a motion to approve the consent calendar